name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with IRS. I have been doing this 51 years. I worked at IRS for 10 years. I am a national figure in tax resolution. I have a huge Facebook following. I've been on all the major TV stations. Rather than me talk about me like most people, just check out my website at 777irs.com. Want to talk to you today about some insider tips about what you need to know about IRS. You know, as a former revenue officer, a lot of people ask me, well, what does IRS know about me if they're doing an investigation? So if you haven't filed your returns or you know IRS tax debt, me as a former revenue officer, I can tell you what IRS knows about you. So listen to this and you make the decision. Just put this in your memory bank so you know. So what does IRS know about you? Well, they'll go back 3 years or 6 years. They can pull up all your tax returns. So they know all that about you. They go through the returns and they find out pertinent stuff, where you worked and all that stuff. Interest income, did you have stocks? What did you have? Did you own a house? They can find out because you paid interest. Then IRS can look at LexisNexis. It's a search engine, a mean search engine. IRS uses the investigative one for the government, and that tells you a lot of stuff. You can use the private LexisNexis for just regular citizens. You can go to it and find out what IRS can pull. They can pull up a lot of information on you. Go ahead and look at Lexis yourself. Just sitting at a computer, IRS uses the LexisNexis. IRS then can find out if you've been arrested, if you've traveled through the State Department. They can find out if you own a gun, if you've sold guns. They can find out if your passport's ever been restricted. So they know all about that. So let me get into, oh, by the way, they can check your local courthouses to find out if you've applied for any business licenses. That's really important. Without even knowing, without even knowing anything that you think you know about what IRS, they're already checking about you. So they know you have a business license. When did you go in business? When did you go out of business? Did that match up with a corporate tax return you may have filed or you didn't file? The other thing and the main thing that IRS can really do is they can go ahead and pull your homeowner's insurance up, find out if you have any riders attached to it, such as assets, was there artwork or jewelry or anything that you've put on there. IRS then can pull up your credit report and then they'll go ahead and find out how many times what your average spend is a month, what you've purchased, any assets you may have acquired, how many times you've applied for a credit card. Then the mean one, the really mean mother of them all, they can pull up by a summons. They can contact the person you applied for credit, and they can go ahead and pull that financial statement. Then when they look at the financial statement you may give them at a time, and then the financial statement that you gave IRS and the one you gave the financial institution to make you look good, the two may not add up, so they may have that information on you. Just so you know, IRS has a plethora of information. Lastly, they can pull your 1099s and W-2s, as can you. If you want to know this information, go to irs.gov, ask for your wage and income transcript portal, and they will find out all 1099s, W-2s, stock that you sold, and a bunch of information. Without leaving their desks, within about 10 minutes, IRS can find this all about you. The other thing they can do if they want, and I've done this, I've summoned the bank that I know you worked at because I found that on your irs.gov portal, and I pulled all your bank statements up so I know where you've written a check at. I've also found out if you used your credit card, like I said, with the credit agencies. I know everything about you without contacting you, so beware. If you need me for an IRS matter, there's only one person to call. I'm a former IRS agent, and I've got a total team of former IRS agents that can represent you. I need a subscription because YouTube says we need them. I really appreciate them. Give me one if you would. I fill you with all the cool stuff. Thank you.